What's going on, bad? It's me, Mr. Glasses, back at it again. Sharing with you people. The truth is the truth. Period. Fuck all the bullshit. I'm sitting here thinking about the bullshit that's going on dealing with these police and also dealing with this President Clinton and it's Hillary Clinton and it's Obama and it's bullshit dealing with Donald Trump and all the bullshit. I'm sitting there thinking about YouTube, sitting there thinking about Facebook, sitting there thinking about everything, knowing the truth about a lot of things. Knowing the truth is I got a lot to say and I got a lot to share. And I'm not just sharing all this for no apparent reason. My main reason is for you to find out the truth for yourself. For you to know that the Creator loves you unconditionally. For you to know that the Creator is neither man nor woman, black or white. It's the divine light, literally. That sunlight and the love of the Creator in you to be a creator too. To know what you do after coming out of the mental state of sleep. When you wake up to the beginning of your day, to the sun waking up all nature. The sun is the reason why we all motivated to go straight. The sun without a mother or a father. It's that feeling of the sun in the rays, in the vibration that has us straight. It's you and your choices and the things that you put in your body that throws off those vibrations to go straight. The creator in you, which is the creativity in you, is the creator of you. That spark before there's smoke of fire. That motivational feeling of love unconditionally that you feel to know you can pinch yourself and feel that you're alive. You have 5 fingers on one hand and 5 sensors in all. You got 19 bones in that one hand. You got 2 to hold on to the ball. If you knew the truth about why you have 2 hands instead of just one, it's the same reason why you should know everything that you do and the things that you've done. You gotta know why you do anything you do because you're not no kid no more. You gotta be held responsible for everything that you do in this life, in this circle of life in order to go. To go is just that, G-O. That God bullshit was just created for you to not know who the creator is in you. You was always taught to believe outside of you. You was never taught to know that the power is in you. You was always taught to think and believe that the power is outside of you and for you to wait for this so-called God and the Jesus to come and save you. It ain't gonna happen. If you realize to know that the love unconditionally that you feel to know that you are alive is from the Creator, that's just one way, and that's right. Not the right that they got two of. I'm talking about the right to go straight. Straight is only one way when it comes down to the loving you unconditionally, the Creator. There's only one way the Creator is. And the Creator is always straight. Every day that you have life in this body is the Creator motivating you to go straight in love, in feeling how it feels to do something that's straight and to the right for somebody that ain't straight, that needs some kind of help to get them straight. It's for you to know that love is in you, for you to be 100% with you, to know and not have to believe in shit no more because you're not no kid no more. Everything you do now, you should know your reason why. Because if you don't know your reason why, you tell me. If you're doing anything that you're doing and you don't know the reason why you're doing it, you're stupid. That's why I can ask you, the people, ask yourself, why do you believe in the things that you believe in if you was taught to believe in them and it don't make no sense to you? Because once you realize to know who the Creator is in you, for you to be a creator too, and then and only then, you going to know that the power is in you to do what's straight. Not to the left, not to the right, not backwards. The straight way to create is to create by the Creator's original name, which is love. You got to have the free will to love the Creator in you, to know you, to love outside of you, not to share, not to worship anything outside of you, because everything to worship is in you. That's that spark of love unconditional that you feel, that goes straight, to go straight. To think how horrible it is for a certain amount of people to actually set this up just as it's done, to get you twisted in this here, just as you are twisted in this life journey that we all in together. When you sit and think to yourself, the Bible says, as a child, you think as a child, you play with childish things. Once you become an adult, you have to put the childish things away and start thinking like an adult. Because I can tell you your first lie was you being given birthday. And I'm not going to never stop telling you that's the truth to the first lie that you were said as a baby. Why did man do that to the woman? Man has been jealous of woman since man realized that he can never be a creator of that life force, that that woman is the only creator here on earth. I'm just praying that the people, and I'm saying praying in a metaphorical way of saying that I'm sending out all the vibrations of good out to all people that's bad and good, just for them to feel how I feel to know the Creator is loving you no matter what you do. Because whatever you do, knowing you're doing it to somebody else, you're really doing it to yourself. Because you live in this circle of life, nobody else. When it comes down to what you put down in this circle of life, it's coming back around to you in this circle of life or in the next. You might not get all yourself due in this life, but no, this is true, and it's not the Creator. It's you. It's you setting yourself up to be in your own turmoil, in your own head. A worse of hell than hell could ever possibly be that you read, saw in a book or on TV. It's gonna be all in you to be in. All because you wasn't shit in this life, you'll be the same shit in the new one. I'm just saying, people, the truth is the truth. Slippery so lies can't hold on. Lies supposed to just slide off. And the truth is supposed to carry on. But not here in Babylon that man done created to be. Man created everything that you see as far as the madness that's in the people. It's the mixture of all the different blood that was mixed by all these crackers when they was raping the, the brown women that they couldn't keep their hands off. So right now we about to live and listen to a little of this anonymous about these police and this bullshit. And here we go. And I got
The
well,
United States
they
government
done
has been
banned my
working
shit
to end the
in
Constitution
certain
because
countries.
it has been bought by corporations, and this will endanger the American people. We will not stand by and watch while this government that are controlled by corporations of deception rips away from all of us the freedoms that our forefathers granted us, freedoms that were fought for, bled for, that our ancestors died for. We must ensure that blood was not shed in vain, that their lives were indeed lost for a great nation that is not yet lost. We refuse to let the United States government destroy our way of life. The United States government insists on labeling us as terrorists. The question is, who do we terrorize? Is it probable that the United States government is truly afraid of we, the people? Nevertheless, the time for action is now. It is time to remind the government that we, the American people, are the ones who hold the power of this country, not them. The American people have realized that the current government is no longer functional, our economy is unstable, our representatives are uncooperative.
Stop right there to say this to you people. I like Anonymous. Anonymous is what it is and it do what it do. And I really feel good about having somebody speaking up for all of you and for me. And I'm just saying, I'm about what Anonymous is about when it comes down to being about the people. But I'm not about no type of violence. But push come to shove, hey, it is what it is. You gotta deal with these people. These are some evil people that we're dealing with. I'm talking to you, my people, the loving people of the United States of America, which is the first bullshit of it being the United States of America. The name is bullshit because how could this be the United States of America when the states aren't united, when all of them have all type of different rules and regulations? It is what it is when you look at a divided country. That if this country was to come together, we can call this here the new United States of America, and that's where all the states take over. I say it again, all the states take over their state officials' position. And when you take over the state official position, we the people vote people into those positions. People that we feel as the people have our best interests at heart and not the motherfucking corporations, big bank. And it is what it is. Us as the people got to start being smart as the people coming together as a strong unit as the people. And this need to be done in all different states, not simultaneously. It should be done in all different states though, but it should be done in unity. It should be done without no violence. So it's any violence was to come to anybody that's basically trying to show the state that the people are the people who are the ones that pay for our state officials to do what the people say. And our state officials ain't doing none of the shit that's really safe or for the people. Because when you look at what's going on with me right now in Houston, Texas, dealing with a doctor telling me that I was HIV positive and getting ready to put me on medication, and I done basically called up a liar, which I call a lawyer, which I see as a liar because I don't trust a lawyer as far as I can throw that liar, because when you look at it, they'll sell your ass out in a minute. So I say, why do I need to pay somebody to represent me when I can represent myself better? I can represent myself better than any liar or lawyer when I know one thing. It didn't happen to that liar or that lawyer. It happened to me. And I can explain more in detail what happened to me. And then after that, I can let my tape speak for me. So therefore, what the fuck am I paying a lawyer for? I don't need him to maneuver my way through the court. I got a wheelchair. I can maneuver my way through the court myself. I don't have to know how to read or write to be able to tell the truth in what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for the truth to come out that this is some bullshit that these doctors could have done to someone else. But if no one is being checked on the negligence that they're doing, they're going to constantly do it to somebody else. Why? Because they're not being checked on it. But I'm checking this doctor on his misdiagnosis that he gave to me, and then gonna put the nurses under the bus. Yeah, nurses, he put y'all under the bus by saying that they was understaffed and a mistake was made by y'all. I'm just saying, the truth is the truth. Period. Fuck all the bullshit. And y'all all gonna hear from me. And I'm looking great in my bed, listening to the jazz, knowing the truth of the Creator is love. So, back to Anonymous.
And our system destroyed for years. Voting has been useless. Corporations and lobbyists are the true leaders of this country and are the ones with the power that are controlling our way of being. To rebuild our government, we must first destroy it. Our time for democracy is now. Our time for revolution is now. This is America's time for revolution, to restore our constitutional rights, to once again be free. Therefore, Anonymous, along with the American people, have decided to openly declare war on the United States corporate-controlled government. This is a call to arms. We call upon the citizens of the United States to stand beside us in overthrowing this corrupted body and call upon an UN. We refuse to be police.
Really?
We refuse to be brutalized and dehumanized.
That's what the white man don't want to see. White boys taking the street. When see niggas, them niggas gonna tear shit up.
We will not allow
white boys fucking each other up.
And the police.
And the police. They gonna fuck up the police.
We demand freedom from government control, taxation, repossession, and death. You will not come to our doors to take our guns and our property. You will not force the citizens of this great country to participate in the unlawful act of government-mandated health care. We the people refuse to put in your control our food, our water, our health, our bodies, our minds, and our lives. We will not grant permission for the government to deploy drones over our homes and communities. We must end the Federal Reserve. A private central bank should not issue our currency, set interest rates, and run over our economy. Rather, we need to return control over the currency to the American people where it belongs. You, the United States government, have overstepped your privileges for the last time. Our peaceful actions, patience and restraint have been demonstrated, and we watched and waited for our Congress and representatives to speak for the American citizens, to protect us from the tyrants that sits in the Oval Office and happily strips the American people of their rights with every new executive orders. We have waited long enough. The Declaration of Independence establishes the supremacy of the people and the right and duty to defend the rights of the people over the acts of the government. Our Constitution provides for as many protections as possible to ensure that the government is subservient to the people and only exists for the purpose of serving the people. However, should these protections fail, it is up to the people to rise up against the government and put the government back in its place. In this capacity, the people act as the fourth branch of government, to take control and to override their decisions that violate the fundamental rights of the people's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. By what means do the people exercise their authority over the government? That depends on how resistant the government is to complying with the will of the people. In the case of the Declaration of Independence, it meant declaring war on the government and overthrowing them. This is obviously a last resort, after taking other steps less harsh. Have we not tried? It is clearly the right and the duty of the American people to overthrow.
Think about that, people. We're so, you are so, but you are me. We're so stuck on stupid to the point where some of us don't want to be straight, because straight is going to show you exactly how stupid you've been all your life. But most of y'all are stupid, stuck on stupid, and don't want to be straight, because straight is going to change the way that you live your life. You don't want to live your life with the truth, knowing that your life is a lie. But now it's time to let go of the lie. It's time to stop thinking as a kid and believing in some make-believe bullshit that man created for you to believe in. That God and that Jesus bullshit is a snowball bullshit ass lie. When you think of the bullshit as God, then you think of God is good all the time. Good is good all the time. God is good all the time. Ain't nothing but a nursery rhyme that man created. Especially when you look back, if you look into the Bible, and the Bible says to fear God, and for you to fear God and know what fear means, fear, false evidence appearing real, you ain't never felt God. That's the bullshit. Pinch yourself. You will feel that. That's real. That's one of your senses kicking in from the divine being, the sparks that's all in your mind that you gotta put together to know exactly what happened to you. You didn't believe you got pinched when you got pinched. You knew you got pinched when your senses told you was pinched. It wasn't God that told you. I'm just saying. Creator is in you to be a creator yourself. The love is all around you that makes it heavenly when you and that woman and that man come together. Literally come together in love, making another one of each other. And that's the only way to create that straight. That's one way. Love making is between a man and a woman, the opposite sex attract. And that is the only way to go straight in creating something out of nothing, when two people come together that know each other and making love. They making a creator. They ain't making God. They making love. They make a loving another creator from each other in heaven, coming together to create that love from one another. I'm just saying, some bullshit, people. We gotta wake up.
Throw the government in order to restore the United States as a government to serve the people. This is clearly established in historical precedent. This is that time. We have exhausted every option. Our government has ignored us. Now it's the time for our government to restart. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. To the now corporate-controlled government, expect us.
Opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised.
Americans, mobilize. Stand together, stand tall. Tell the government you're mad as hell. No longer cooperate with the government. Do not accept the national ID card. Do everything in your power to restore freedom and your individuality back to America. Stop being a country run by the institutions for the institutions. Let's go back to we the people, by the people, for the people, as opposed to we the institution, by the institution, for the institution.
Stop being scared. We have to stand up and do what's necessary to take back, to stop these bankers, this elite, this government full of lies, Congressmen full of liars.
As Iraq veterans against the war, we are resisting an occupation we once risked our lives for. We swore to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, but we found out the hard way that the...
Now, I'll stop right there to say this to you soldiers that know that your fight is bullshit. If you don't stand up as our own defense, when they put us, the people, on defense, who's gonna be there when you kick us over? You are our only defense when anyone was to put us on the fence. Who is there to help us when you, our soldiers, are kicking us off the fence? Think about it, soldiers. These rotten old sons of bitches can't fight no war without soldiers. They are using you guys as pawns just as well as they're using us as the people as pawns. But they're using y'all in a whole different fucked up way. In a whole different fucked up way they're using y'all as pawns is right after y'all end up killing innocent women and children and men. Y'all gotta deal with that actual act in y'all psyche. It's not like stepping on ants. It's not like Call of Duty or PlayStation. If your mind is not with your heart, that is from the Creator, which is the name love, if your heart ain't pumping the red love and blood, I don't care if you the blackest hearted human living here, it's still gonna pump red blood. You have to be an evil person to take another person's life, knowing you wouldn't want no one to take your life. I would want you to visualize in a war you fight against another person like yourself, and you have a knife in his heart, and he has a knife in yours, and you are begging him, and he's begging you, but y'all both still pushing through with that. Why? Why is the key to all that you do in this life? Why are you killing someone like you? What is the main purpose to do that? Whose agenda are you killing for? Killing is something that never has to happen. A war is something that they make happen. When you look at mostly all the wars we've been in, been false flagged wars. We ain't never went to war against no one that was doing some people something wrong. We're always going to war for someone's wealth and interest of the oil or some kind of other type of entity that they want on the side of the world. So when you people just think of us as being sheeple led to the pastor of slaughter, this is cold-hearted what our government is about to do to our boys and girls and sons and daughters. Don't think they got all those black boxes, all those black containers, all those black coffins for nothing. They plan on using them people. They plan on using it on the people of the United States of America. Be prepared, people. Be prepared for something that you think is not going to happen. All we can do is send out the most vibrations to the people to stand up so it won't happen. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to do my job.
The greatest enemies of the Constitution are not to be found in the sands of some far-off land, but rather right here.
I hate for what's going on with you soldiers. Look at what they do to the veterans. What makes you think you're gonna be any better after you come back mentally and physically?
Meeting oppression with resistance. They cannot stop us. Humanity marches on. The utmost manifestation of love and devotion to America is today, as it always has been, resistance of tyranny. Resist we must, and resist we will. We will not be silent. We will not obey. We will not let our government destroy our humanity. We will not wait another moment in fear to stand up for what we know to be right. It is time we start meeting oppression with resistance.
Come on, people. We gotta wake up to this here.
This is 1962. The Joint Chiefs of Staff signed a document.
Strong we stand, why do we fall? We ain't never done strong at all. We always been divided. We gotta come together in love and unity and caring to know that we can have peace after all this bullshit.
When the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
I served with Kilo Company, 3rd Battalion, 8th Marines as an automatic machine gunner. There's a term, once a Marine, always a Marine, but there's also the term, eat the apple, F the core. I don't work for you no more.
Now all you soldiers should take a stand like that and take over the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine. If they're allowing some rich sons of bitches to control your corporal of your army. Fuck your corporal. He ain't shit if he allowing some other people's interests to go over the interests of the people. If they're allowing soldiers to be here on American soil to go against the people, this is the bullshit that the people shouldn't stand for or sit down for. But who are we against people with guns? Just like the police with their dirty, low-down, rabid dog ass. They ain't worth the shit. And the shit that they stand on with the badges that they have with the guns. Because all you good policemen know you bad policemen. So if you good policemen ain't getting rid of the bad policemen, you just as bad as the bad policemen.
We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes.
I'm just saying, people, truth is in the pudding. And the pudding is just this. We ain't got no time to be bullshit. No time to be bullshit. It's time, it's now. It's time to start voicing the truth. Is you care about the future of your kids to come if you don't have none yet. Our young people on these video games are being lost into a reality that ain't nothing. It's just a fantasy. The bullshit. I'm just saying, we need to do better by our children. These kids should not be on these video games as long as they be on these video games. And then you have to see exactly what's going on in these video games. And then you'll realize that your kid isn't the one to be on this video game. I'm just saying. I'm Mr. Glasses. The truth is the truth. Period. Fuck all that bullshit. I'm out.